Travis Wingoodsell. Finally getting around to going back to or covering last night's news, which I already found out watching Rachel Maddow last night, that Utah has now gone national of Herbert refusing to follow doctor's advice. As we're skyrocketing in number of cases, number of deaths, number of hospitalizations, and ABC4 News Utah on the YouTube channel that I watch it on, they were talking about the economic impacts. And I've gone over this before, but apparently I still need to go over it because YouTube's shadow banning me. But we don't have to maintain our current economic system. In fact, during an emergency, you shut it down. Our current economic system is not designed to handle an emergency. So we have no choice but to shut it down. Now, people obviously still need to live. They still need food, clothing, hygiene, sanitation, etc. And Governor Herbert is insistent, no, we've got to maintain our economy. We've got to maintain our economy. Screw the coronavirus. Screw people's lives. We've got to maintain the economy. The consequences of following Herbert will be that people will get sick and be hospitalized, will be forced out of their jobs by getting sick. And then businesses will lose their employees, and then businesses will have to shut down. Not just from losing employees, but losing customers. The economy is going to collapse one way or another because this is a virus. And I know Herbert knows exactly what's going on, and he's purposely trying to murder us. But others who are not trying to murder us, who are concerned about whose orders to follow, don't understand the consequences of a viral impact in society. This is why, from the beginning, we should have followed the Bible with Moses and Pharaoh when God told Moses, I'm sending a coronavirus, get the house of Israel inside. We have the story of Joseph in Genesis prior to the Exodus story, where Pharaoh has a dream, and Joseph gets freed from prison finally and interprets Pharaoh's dream to say, hey, we're going to have 7 years of plenty. Then there will be 7 years of famine. I recommend to Pharaoh that we build storehouses, store the excess grain in those storehouses so that when the famine hits, we're prepared. That is a completely new economic system. That is not a moneymaker in our current economic system. This is why nobody was prepared. This is why toilet paper, other sanitation, and food even, all disappeared from our shelves when it first hit, and we were told to stay home. Everybody rushed the stores like a hurricane coming, and they didn't have anything to back it up with. The storehouses were empty because there were none. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has bishop storehouses. They were built during the Great Depression so that Mormons here in Utah could be helped until they could get back on their feet and the depression ends. You'd think the church would be able to help in this situation. However, two things they failed to do after the Great Depression. One, to continue to build up and supply the bishop storehouses. And two, they can't handle an emergency. What was built to handle the emergency of the Great Depression is not sufficient to handle today's emergency. They couldn't even handle a single city. All they do is token families within the stakes. And it's intended to be temporary. And so now we're at a crisis. And our leaders are making it worse. They're throwing fire onto fire. And it's not smothering the fire out. It's blowing it up. So gasoline on the fire, maybe? But it's coming, guys. Unless Herbert decides to go down in flames and completely deny us as Utahns the safety and protection necessary. And so, if you think you're going to be strong enough to handle it, you're being selfish. Because there are other people involved. You will spread it to other people. You become Governor Herbert's assassin. And I know there are some of you who want to be Governor Herbert's assassin, as we are hearing news reports of certain people with the virus, knowing they have the virus, purposely going to spread it in big events where they want to give it to others. When HIV came out, laws were made to ensure that those who have HIV and know they have HIV and do not tell sexual partners and purposely go around infecting other people, it was made law as a crime. This is what's it's the same thing here. They're not making it a crime yet, but that's exactly the same thing you're doing. You're putting other people's lives at risk. You are an assassin because you refuse to protect other people. You hate human life. That's what it means. Now, hopefully it's because you're ignorant, because of the misinformation of our government leaders, who are not ignorant. They're doing it on purpose. But don't be dumb, just don't be dumb. They're trying to murder us, but they're trying to have us do it. And so Bednar, when he comes out and says, "Oh, the virus has taken away our agency," Bednar is trying to have you murdered, but he's trying to have you do it. He's trying to get the stake presidents to open up the stakes, the bishops to open up the wards, the members to go back to church and spread it around and cause death. A prophet of the Lord, as he claims he is. And he wants you dead. So are you going to be continually mad at me? Or are you going to focus your anger on where it needs to go?